Hey there, hungry people. This is Ashray with FoodFlipped. I think I've been on this whole savory breakfast kick recently. The recipe I made today is a savory twist on French toast, served under some spicy meatballs, vodka sauce, topped with a cool yogurt, red onion sauce. Let's get right into this recipe. So I started with a 50-50 split of ground lamb and ground chicken, which we're going to add some salt, chili powder, turmeric, garlic, ginger, garam masala, coriander, and cumin, mixing that all together before adding an egg. We're going to let that sit and marinate while we get our sauce going. This is kind of a little Middle Eastern savory twist on traditional meatballs. So for the sauce, I started with a few ounces of pancetta in a deep pot with a hint of olive oil. Once that pancetta has released its flavor, browned a little bit, we're going to add a large onion to the party. We're simply softening those up, and then I'm going to hit it with some heat with some red chili flakes and garlic. Next, we're going to add some tomato paste and cook that out until it has this vibrant complexion to it. Once that tomato paste has really gotten dark and this bright, vibrant look to it, we're going to add some vodka to it, making sure to scrape off all those sticky bits on the bottom. And then I had a can of tomatoes that I added and covered and let this blip away with some additional water while I got our meatballs going. So while that's on the stove blipping away, we're going to brown meatballs in a pan. They don't need to be fully cooked because we're going to put them into the sauce afterwards. But basically roll them into golf ball sizes, put them in a pan, make sure they're browned on all sides and have a really good crust to them. And then we'll take those out, set them aside before putting in our vodka sauce. With the vodka sauce, I actually took a stick blender and made it nice and smooth before adding the meatballs to it. And then again, I just covered, let that heat on low till those meatballs had fully cooked while getting some of the other things ready. That next step would be our yogurt sauce, which starts with a small red onion, some chopped masala, some chopped coriander leaves, and 2 cups of yogurt. And we just mix that all together. This will have a really tangy, cool presence to this savory French toast dip. So set that aside, and then we'll get started working on this savory French toast. So to make the custard, we'll use 2 eggs, some chili powder, turmeric, some more chopped masala. And I should have added it here, but I completely forgot to videotape this, or I might have forgot when I was making the recipe, is just add a hint of salt to it. It'll really bring out the flavor. I cut some really good crusty sourdough bread, which I let that soak for a minute or 2 in the custard before toasting on a preheated pan, flipping once both sides had really browned and toasted up nicely. Once those French toasts have browned on both sides and that small crust is developed, we're going to set that aside and assemble. So the toast is going to be on the bottom, of course, topped with some of our meatballs, pouring in a little bit of extra sauce on top of those. Once those have had that sauce, we're going to top that with our yogurt mixture that we made earlier. Chop up a few green coriander leaves to bring that little bit of freshness. And just to really show the spiciness of this dish, I just sprinkled over a little bit of chili powder. And there we have it. We're done. Savory French toast by FoodFlipped. For the recipe and measurements, go to foodflipped.com or click the link below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know what you think and what you want us to cook next. And remember, stay hungry, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.